Good afternoon and welcome to the Throttle Out 250 YouTube channel, everybody. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've been on, but I've got a good reason for it. I'm just getting off work now. I've been helping out a local crew for the past couple of weeks because they don't really have a foreman, and he's, well, the person that's supposed to be the foreman there is just getting some training done, so I stepped in for a little bit, and I've been working a 5 and 2 schedule. And most days by the time I get off work, I'm pretty pooped, so I haven't really had a lot of effort to, or a lot of energy anyhow, to put together a video for everybody. And there's been a lot of questions about my new truck. And part of the reason why I haven't been making videos for the past couple weeks is because I've been extremely pissed off, and there was this situation with my truck that I wanted to have resolved before I made a video about it. I didn't really want to be on the internet running my mouth before giving a chance to have what happened made right, if you get what I mean. So, I went camping, I think it was not this weekend we just had, but the weekend before that. So 2 weekends ago I went camping, took my fifth wheel down. You can check out my Instagram, I got pictures of my campsite there and hauling the trailer and all that. But anyhow, so I went camping, and as I promised I would have some mud bog footage. I don't really have a whole lot of that. The thing is I didn't want to take two vehicles down to the mud bogs, like down to the campsite, and waste a bunch more fuel getting the other vehicle out there and all that. So we just decided to take my truck. And as you guys know, this is the new truck. Also, this is my very first vlog in the new truck. As you can see, leather seats. It's the Lariat Ultimate Package. So far I'm loving the truck, but it does have some ground clearance issues. It's not that high off the ground yet. And I could only make it so far down to the mud bogs before I would have either gotten stuck or wrecked my truck. So I decided to just sit up on the hill and watch from there. This year down at the Kookanusa mud bogs was kind of shitty. And the reason I say that is it's usually an Easter long weekend thing, but it ended up being the May long, so it was like a month or two after, whatever, which gave the ground a lot better chance to dry out, which we needed to get down there because everything was flooded. We had 30% more snowpack this year in the tops of the mountains, which evidently, when the runoff happened, flooded the shit out of everything, and it was just better for everyone not to go down there at that time. So the entire, I don't want to say event, but the entire event was kind of postponed for the masses anyways. The majority of us who do respect the land decided it wasn't a good time to go out, so we waited till May. And like I said, by that time it had been so dried out that there wasn't a lot of mud. There was one good mud hole, and that was about it. There's usually about 5 or 6, and everybody can generally go down and rip it up and play in the mud. With stock trucks to mega trucks, they all show up. But I couldn't quite get my truck very far this time because of the reasons I had previously stated. So I got a little bit of footage, but not a whole lot. I'll toss that in here for you guys. So yeah, as you guys see, it was so dry, even the dirt bikers and the quadders and stuff like that, it was just gross. It was so dry, it was like driving through powder, through like, not through powder, through like flour. It was like driving through flour, and the dust was just, everything was kicking it up. You couldn't really see a whole lot when people were going quick, and it wasn't really a good time, so I decided to just leave and go back to my campsite, which you can see pictures of the footage or you can see pictures of the site, like I said, in my Instagram account. So we said screw it, went back to the campsite, just hung out for the weekend, had a few drinks, you know, camping stuff. On my way home, after I'd hooked up my trailer, because it was so dusty, I had figured that I would take my truck to the car wash and just give it a quick rinse off and just rinse all the dust off. And in that process, I'll post a couple pictures here now. And as you can see, in that process, some paint peeled off of my truck. And I'll clarify before anyone makes some misconceptions about what exactly happened there. I wasn't using high pressure at all, and I was standing a solid 3 feet back. And the paint literally just came off. There's 3 spots, and it was looking like Ford wouldn't warranty it from all the people that I had talked to. And before I went on the internet running my mouth, I wanted to give them a chance to do that. But as you can see, my brand new, almost $100,000 truck, Canadian dollars, keep in mind, had its paint come right off. Now there's one spot that Ford didn't warranty, and that was the driver's side dually fender, the one with the 2 marks. That, I swear on my life, that is not a scratch. That's just how the paint came off. I watched it come off as I was rinsing off my truck. And like I said, I was not using high pressure. I was standing well enough back, and I wasn't even using soap. I was literally rinsing the dust off of my truck. Just, I wanted to get that done and out of the way before I got home, and I wanted to rinse the trailer off and everything else. I really didn't want to drive all the way through town to the car wash that I normally use, so I don't really think I have to explain myself here. So that's what happened. The 2 marks that look like a scratch did not get covered by warranty, but I will be having that painted this year. Before wintertime, I'm going to have that painted. The only spots where paint came off, so the one spot is on the dually fender on the driver's side, on the back of the fender. The other side is a cab corner on the passenger side here. Sorry, I think I said driver's side for the one dually fender. And then the cab corners on these trucks are now plastic, which is a good idea to prevent the rot out, but also it's kind of annoying considering the paint didn't really fucking stick to it. But they warranted that, and also my dually fender on the passenger side, right on the front, kind of by the marker light area. That right there, I'm not sure if you will quite tell in the photo, but clear coat literally washed right off. So I had that so I had those 3 spots warranted, and then I found a paint bubble in the passenger, or in the driver's side rear door, that I had the entire door repainted. So I got all that done, and I just wanted to give them the time to do that before I went on the internet and started getting mad about these new aluminum trucks, they're bullshit, whatever. I didn't want to do that. I wasn't in the right frame of mind to actually make a video. So, like, I'm not saying I'm a mental case or anything like that. I would have gotten really pissed off and just ranted about that and given them a bad name, which they didn't deserve. They fixed it, they righted the wrong, and it's back on the road, and I'm happy. I am a little upset now that the driver's side dually fender didn't get fixed because it looks like a scratch, it's too jagged kind of thing. I get it, whatever. I'm not going to put up a huge fight. It's just a dually fender. I can have that repainted. And you know, chances are I'm probably going to rip the fucking thing off anyways. But like I said, when I went into the bush, not one tree branch touched my truck, nothing. I was very easy on it. This truck isn't going to see a lot of off-road. The truck is mostly my tow pig, so that's a good reason why it's not going to be seeing a lot of off-road. It needs to be able to haul at any given time, so that's a lot of the reason why. It will see a little bit, but I'm not going to go bury it, I'm not going to go rat bag it and just destroy it. It's a brand new truck, right? Like, I'm not going to do that. For the most part, yeah, it's going to be a pavement princess, but it will see a little bit of, it's going to see some gravel, it's going to see a little off-road like this weekend, like 2 weekends ago, but I'm not going to mud bog it F-350 dually. Like, in what world does that make sense? So, with all that being said, that is why I haven't made a video in the past couple of weeks. I just would have gotten mad. They gave me a loaner car. I drove around my mother-in-law's 2018 Ford Expedition with a 3.5 EcoBoost. It's very comfortable. It's a nice ride. But it's just, it's not a truck. It's not for me. And then they gave me a Ford Focus. And boy, did that ever feel... it was just so little. I felt so vulnerable everywhere I went. Intersections, highways. You look beside you, and there's the highway. You're right. You're sitting on the road. You're sitting on the road. Basically, it's so low. So yeah, I'm finally back in my truck. I got it back a couple days ago, and now I'm actually able to start making some videos. I did do a couple things to my truck. I'm not sure if you can see back window there. I got my WCP decal in the back window. Western Canadian Power Strokes, one of the best truck groups in the world, in my opinion anyways. They're phenomenal. I got one more along my, I believe, the A-pillar here on the outside of the truck, matte black. That one's matte. That one there's matte black and gold. I think it looks pretty classy. Probably won't be doing the whole Brodozer thing with this truck. I mean, this truck is going to be getting a 3.5-inch leveling kit with 35 by 12.5 R17s, because I'm going to keep these stock rims for the time being, just until I decide what exactly I would like for this truck. I'm thinking American Force. I'm thinking their line of wheels. Let me know what you guys think about their wheels. If I do go American Force, I'm going to be going with 20-inch rims, and I'm still new to dualies, so I have to look up the other sizes. I believe I can get away with doing the 2 wheels up front, and then just 2 wheels in the back for fancy ones, and then like steelies on the inside. I think that's what everybody's doing. I'm not sure. Let me know. But I'm thinking American Force 20s is what's going to end up being on here in the later on future-ish. I would put them on right away, but I did just spend a good almost $5,000 on my 5th wheel. It didn't have air conditioning in it, which, as most of you know, I stay in my trailer for work. I chase the railway around working, and I stay in my trailer because I can make bank with my 5th wheel doing that. So yeah, I got air conditioning put on the roof of it, where you would normally put it, right? I got air conditioning put in. I got the front wall was rebuilt because there was a little dry rot. So the entire front wall, from the front right to the door that you go in to get in the trailer, all of that is a completely 100% rebuilt. And I got new bearings put in the axles. They were ready to shit the bed. And then they summarized it, did a leak test, did a whole inspection on it, and it's good to rock. So I just spent a solid almost $5,000 on doing all that. I know you guys are going to say, just do it yourself, do it yourself. I work too much. I am not about to do that after work. I work way too much. So that is a big reason why I left it up to a shop. Also, I dropped it off in wintertime and it just got done. They had a huge lineup of trailers in there. So that's why it took a little longer, but I'm happy it's done, and I'm very happy with the work. And that big expenditure is exactly why I'm not going to be buying wheels or the leveling kit right away. It's probably going to be closer to wintertime when I do that. I'll buy the wheels, then buy the tires, and by next spring, this thing should have a mean level and rims and tires. That way I can run the stock ones for the winter time. I'll put some 35s on it with the leveling kit, and we should be golden. That's so far some of the plans with the new 2018 F-350 Lariat Ultimate Edition. So far I'm very happy with this truck. I can't really complain a whole lot, other than, you know, the paint came off, but you know, plastic and fiberglass, not too concerned. At least all the aluminum was pretty well spot on. I will be doing the DPF and EGR deletes to this truck, as well as the CCV reroute and the whole high flow intake piping under the hood. Most of this will be done with absolutely of performance parts, as was my last truck, and the tuning will be done through Tyrant diesel out of the States with the BDX tuner, because I can't use my SCT on it, unfortunately. But this is all to come in the future. Also, stay tuned this weekend, and this weekend only. Not really, I've always really kind of wanted to say that. This weekend, I'm going to be putting my truck on the dyno, stock. Yes, it's stock. It's sad. Getting some base numbers. So you can look forward to my 2018 F-350 dually on the dyno with 355 gears and see what kind of power this thing actually puts down to the ground. I'm going to be doing that at the BD Diesel Dyno Days event in Abbotsford, BC, so be sure to chat out. I'll have a video on that this weekend. So yeah, that's some of the plans with the truck and what's been kind of going on with me. If you follow my Snapchat, you can find that on my Instagram, or just search Throttle Out 250 in Snapchat. Should be able to find it there. Maybe I'll leave a link down below, or you know what, I'll put up my snap code here for you guys. That'll just make it more easier. Oh, I tell you what, I am exhausted after working. That was a lot of talking. And yes, I do read the comments. I've noted a few people were saying that I've been hard to listen to because I pay more attention to driving than I do the talking, so I'm trying to work on that. As you may be noticing throughout this video, it's a little better. Let me know. Shit, and I'm blanking now just because I've lost my train of thought. I'm very tired, and that's usually the reason for my blanking in the videos when I'm talking about a subject. So yeah, for the most part, that's everything going on with me lately and what's going to be going on with the truck and everything else. And I'm kind of thinking it's probably an appropriate time to start shopping around for a ring for my girlfriend. We are common law, but I feel like it's appropriate if I get her a ring, so I can be shopping around. So that'll probably delay the process of modifications on the new truck for a little bit, just because I'd like to save up, get that done and over with. Not that I'm like, get that done and over with, fuck that thing, whatever, you know. It's just one of those things that I want to get done. I want to do that. I want to do that before our 5-year anniversary mark, which is coming up in January, so it's pretty quick. So I'm probably gonna finish paying for the upgrades and the repairs to my trailer and start shopping for a ring, and modifications to the truck will commence after that. So I'm guessing somewhere around the October mark is when we're going to see some real mods to the truck. I'll probably get the deletes done fairly quickly here. That's not too expensive. And other than that, it's going to be, I'll admit, it's going to be a little slow on the channel. I want to get my Camaro painted this, I know I said this summer, but I might just do it over the winter time. Gives me a little more time to do it. And I know, another talking vlog. Things are going to get exciting again. I'm going to the dirt drags of this truck, probably on stock tires, maybe deleted. It just depends on how work goes over the next 2 months. I'm trying to make bank here, but we're going through a little bit of a slow period right now. It's just overtime's a little limited right now. So in the coming months, there's going to be stuff's going to happen. Stuff is still going to happen. Don't get me wrong. But the modifications won't be pumped out as fast as the last truck, because I've got some life goals that I've got set that I want to take care of before I put money into a truck. It's just, you guys know how it is. It's life. I know a lot of guys are probably saying, why don't you just go buy a new trailer? I'm not really like that. I don't just go, well, I guess I just bought the new truck, but there's reasons for that. I don't just go out and buy something new when something needs some work. I'd rather put the work into it, because I know that this trailer will last me another probably 5-6 years, the way it is right now, other than general maintenance. I'll have to do that yearly, but new fifth wheels just aren't built the way old ones were. Plus, that one gets really good fuel economy. Like, I mean, the trailer doesn't get good fuel economy. The truck gets good fuel economy pulling the trailer. So, like, there's no really real reason for me to upgrade right now. If I go totally off the grid and just start chasing work with my girlfriend, and we take the dogs with us and we just stay RVing full time throughout the year because I'm chasing work, making money, then yeah, I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna probably pick myself up like a 35 to 42 footer somewhere in there. But up until that point, I don't really see the need for another bigger trailer, to be completely honest. And with me looking for a gooseneck, like a 53-foot gooseneck with dual wheels in the back, to haul my car show stuff, that more than justifies the dually, as well as how many miles I put on a year. It's ridiculous. Like, I've had this truck less than a month. It's been in a shop for 2 weeks, and I've already got 2,500 on it. Like, that's it's, and I'm about to put like 2,000 on it this weekend and another 1,800 on it for work next week. So it's totally justified. Anyways, guys, this video is getting rather long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off now. And you guys stay tuned for the weekend when I toss this big old fat booty bitch on the dyno and see how she does, see what she makes. Always, guys, remember to, when in doubt, throttle out. And I'll catch y'all on the next one.